Hey, YouTubers and friends, welcome to another episode of Tuesday Night Hangout Live. Now, can't believe it, our 8th year. Andrew, Cancer Man, AUS, good seeing you out on the river again, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Stephen, good to see you. Joseph, Kings Gold, New York in the house. Good to see you. Someone said this would be a better place to meet women than even the I'm trying to read a little tiny screen right here because I redid this area on my vacation, and my desk used to be here with my green screen back there, and I could see my chats easier without me kind of looking funky. I could be looking straight in the camera and still be checking out the chat. Mike Anderson in the house. No gold in Utah. I watched Terry Carter's videos. I think you're fibbing. Faith Mary, hello. Good seeing each and every one of you and all you lurkers too. Gary, Two Toes, if you're out there lurking, thanks for being here. And Smith's Gold, I think I'll bring you guys up when I'm talking to my guests. Tonight, we have a young gentleman from California who he's been doing the young grasshopper has been really doing well in prospecting from when I first saw his channel to now, and we'll get more into his history and everything coming up. But I hope I don't butcher his last name because he'll let me know, I'm sure. But Misha Boylan, and he has a fishing channel also. I think he used to do them both on one channel, but I'm not sure, and we'll get into that, I'm sure. So I hope, okay, Andrea is saying something to me, so I'm going to read it on my tablet, and the lettering's really small. And I'm going through my old Adventure Gold video files and uploading old stuff. Oh, yeah. Awesome, Andrew. Some good old Adventure Gold videos from my mate from down under. But Misha and I will be right back. You just have to give me, like 48 seconds or so. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Tuesday Night Hangout Live. It's Tuesday night Hangout Live. It's Tuesday night Hangout Live. It's Tuesday night Hangout Live with your host Ed Marvin. Tuesday Night Hangout Live is a flash in your pan production.
Forgive me, Misha. I need to shout out a couple of my family members that are popping in right now. Bill, Good seeing you, Ohio Relic Hunter. Missed you. Haven't seen you through my whole vacation. Archive flashbacks. Gail, great seeing you. Jason E, how you doing? Gold Hunter 77, good seeing you, Kevin. We have Oregon, Ohio, New York, Georgia in the house, Australia, couple from Oregon. Hi, Kristen. Got Southwest Oregon and Northwest Oregon. Any Washingtonians in the house? We have Jeff Brewer in the house. Brewers Prospecting, good to see you. I've been busting your vacay through my viewing schedule off. No, every Tuesday, 8 p.m., same schedule, Bill. Same schedule, just wasn't live. It was from a show I enjoyed doing. And I was live in chat. Come on. I'm almost working down by your house right now. There's a drive for you every day, buddy. Oh, good to see each and every one of you and all who's lurking also. So, Misha, I know Smith Gold comments on your videos and stuff.
Yeah.
Have you had the privilege of meeting Jeffrey and Gary out on the river?
I haven't seen him at the river, but I've met him at the nugget hunt and stuff. And Jeff invited me out to prospect. I just haven't gone out with him yet. So I haven't had a chance.
Last time I was there, I met up with like Jerry, Motherlode, Gold Prospectors, and Bedrock Bennett. He don't put out a lot of content, but he digs a lot with Two Toes and Smith's Gold and Top Cat. Stayed at Top Cat's place. Was there with Toledo, Justin Dano, my old co-hosts and my digging buddies. But geez, if they ever invite you to go to Gold Mountain, don't pass it up.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, most time I record by myself or with friends I've met so far, so I don't really go out with a lot of people.
Right. Well, I'm just saying, since you all work, I take it you're on the Yuba a lot or Bear River or something.
Yeah, I do a lot of American, Bear, Yuba, and Feather. And then I have prospected quite a few others like Merced, Rogue, things like that. And a bunch of creeks and whatnot.
Okay. Right. Hey, gold's where you find it, my friend.
Yeah,
Gold
exactly.
is where you find it. Rocky Mountain Live Prospecting, good to see you in the house. Mega Dog 555. And then Thomas Lucky Duck Thomas, folks, good to see you in the house. Now, did your channel start off as a fishing channel?
Yeah, so before I had about a little less than 1,000 subscribers, I was doing, I uploaded a couple of fishing things like a couple of years ago and some of my art and whatnot, but I really started posting a lot once I figured out what gold prospecting was about a year and a half ago. So that's when I started uploading consistently. So
now, how'd you actually catch gold fever?
All right.
But I
So
know you know exactly when it happened, what day. You probably still have the piece of gold you found that day.
yeah.
Maybe.
So well, I've seen a couple of uh, prospecting videos, and I have tried like about 3 years ago. I tried prospecting, and I never really found much. So one of my coworkers was talking about it, and
Try and
she
get
wore a
me
big old
good.
gold nugget around um, uh, her neck, and she mentioned that there's really big gold in an area near us, and it was about a 45-minute drive. So I went out there and tried prospecting, and I actually started finding quite a lot of gold, at least for a beginner. I'm talking like 10th of a gram, 20th of a gram, and so I go out there and record videos every day off I had, and started uploading them, and they seem to have gotten quite a decent amount of views. So that's why I turned it into an all prospecting channel. So, but yeah, so that's the original river I started off on, and there's actually kind of I, I don't know if it's a folks tale or not, but some one of my coworkers said that his buddy went out there with an excavator and removed like a whole gravel bar and found something like $200,000 worth of gold and sold it and moved to another state. And so I was like, that seems like a lot of money for for finding just out at a river. So I went out there and I just started finding gold in every boil hole and stuff, and that's kind of why a lot of my videos used to be boil holes and things like that. But yeah.
Right. And you've started taking up sniping, I've noticed.
Yeah, a little bit. Most of my friends, they all do sniping. I mostly dig in the river. I like working flood gold. You never know what you're gonna find, you know.
Right.
But um, it's the same thing with sniping. I don't I haven't really got good at it or taken the time to do it.
Oh, I know a few, like my friend Damon. You probably met him at Tim's Nugget Hunt. Since you said you met Gary and Jeffrey at uh, Blue Leads, um,
Mm-hmm.
North Yuba Nugget Hunt. Hopefully, if things work out, I'll be there next year, next July.
Yeah.
We'll see though. Oh, speaking of the devil, Misha, he's in the house.
Yeah, Smith's gold.
Uh, he gave me a comment, and I think it's about when we were up on. Hey, Jeffrey, was that comment you gave me in Messenger? I didn't click on it or nothing yet. Um, was that us up on your No Tellum Creek? It's been too long, brother. It's been too long since I've been on the river with you and Two Toes. Much too long. Speaking of Gary, I need to call that man. Been so bad about it. Work's killing me, Jeffrey. um. So now, what's been your most memorable trip so far?
Well, um, it's probably a recent one, but I haven't posted anything about it yet. Um, so yeah, but
No, not dropping locations. No Tellum Creek,
yeah,
Andrew. And so I guess you don't want to give a little spoiler about it, huh?
I
You
mean,
haven't dropped it yet.
I mean, I can, but I haven't posted any videos on it or anything like that. But I mean, a few of my really close friends, I've showed them what I found, but it's pretty close to what you said you found over at the other river. So
Right.
so
Nice. Nice.
What's that?
I said nice.
Yeah. So I just haven't had a chance to put the video together, and it's supposed to come out on Christmas, so or December sometime, and for members in November. But
Enjoy your Gold Club meeting, Kristen. Later. Maybe she'll win some pay dirt or something. Mike, no gold in Utah. Where else have you prospected?
for me,
Yeah, well, that's
yes.
not for me. He's been
I've
part of
prospected.
it.
You mean other states wise?
I don't know. Maybe, probably.
I mean,
I would say state-wise. Yeah.
Yeah. So
State-wise.
State-wise, mostly Central California and Northern, but I haven't really gone too much out of state. I have got quite a few invites to all over the place. I just haven't had the chance to start traveling yet, and just now am able to, but it's already turning winter, so I'll have to save that for mostly next summer. You know, I just got invites from like Washington, Nevada, Arizona, like North Carolina, Alaska, even Australia, and where's Tazzy Boys at?
Australia, there. Tasmania.
Yeah, Tasmania. Yeah, that's quite a bit of a trip, and that's all stuff I have to plan out ahead of time. So, but yeah.
One day you might get there.
Yeah.
If Pioneer Polly can do it, you can do it.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice. Oh, my tablet pops up. Travel to Australia. Big Brother's listening to us, Misha.
Yeah. I'm hoping to be able to travel all those places, you know. Definitely
you're
will be
young.
awesome. Yeah.
Heck yeah. More power to you, buddy. More power to you. Misha is popular, it seems. Yes, seems so, Faith. So, is that your girlfriend?
No.
He's doing really well, Faith. Yeah, and since he started his channel, you're doing extremely well.
Yeah.
So,
well, I mean,
it's a lot of hard work.
Yeah, I mean, I posted pretty consistently and stayed on schedule, so I definitely been working pretty hard trying to get up there in the top, like California prospecting channels. So, but
right, you're doing very well, Grasshopper.
I like that.
What you saying, Kevin? I was trying to figure out why Chris Undertaken has been in Australia for so long, and he's stationed there. That's why. If you would have watched the show where Chris was my guest, Kevin, but I thought you were there. You might have missed it. Yeah.
Yeah, I talked to Chris a little bit, and I invite him out here once he comes back to California. But he said he was in Australia for a while, so
Yeah, he'll probably end up retiring there.
yeah, with the amount of gold you find there, it's better than California. So
He was quite a ways from where you hunted. He was out. He was stationed in 29 Palms, I believe, out by Joshua Tree in the Dales mining. I think it's the Dales mining district. Um,
mhm. Yeah, he seems to do a lot
Minor
of
Mod,
desert stuff.
yeah, Minor Mod, good seeing you. Giving away all that gold. Keep up the good work. Oh wait, I gotta do this.
Yeah, I have a few friends that are big fans of Minor Mod. I like what she does. It's pretty cool.
Minor Mod's cool.
Yeah.
I need to thank Faith for
Oh yeah, super chat.
uh Faith is
I'm
saying
I'm pretty sure it's Ed so far.
you'll get there. I'm in no country for gold. My Utah guys say there's no gold there, but they haven't been to Ohio. No, actually, there's gold all over the place.
Yeah. Seems like you could find gold just about anywhere. You just have to get out there and find it. And the further you go out, the more gold
Oh,
you find.
I should have known that, Faith. You're the Fisher gal. Minor Moss. Faith's ma. Oh, Aqua Donkey, you rock. You rock.
Thanks for the super chat.
I appreciate it. That will help pay for my stream yards. You rock, Aqua Donkey. I've heard you rock before live. Gail's an archaeologist friend of ours. She's been bit by the gold bug. She's a
That's
new
awesome.
member of your family here on YouTube. There is a link to Misha's multimedias down in the description. Make sure to show him some Flash Fam love.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you subscribing.
Hello, Georgianne. Steven. That's right, Gail. Aqua Donkey rocks. You're too cool. Jeez. I'll have to have you on again. I'll be able to pay.
Thanks for the super chat.
Appreciate. Oh, Faith did another one. Oh, she has us on her widescreen TV. There you go. There you go.
Yeah, I hear what Gold Hunter's saying. I hear that a lot. Like people saying they wish they got into prospecting at my age. It seems like a lot of people get into it in their 30s and 40s. But
Yeah, I was in my 30s when I first got bit. But Um, have you ever had one of those unexpected finds that really surprised you? Something you didn't see coming, kind of like smacked you across the head or something?
Yeah, yeah, I have. I just like recently found it, but yeah, like I would have never expected to find anything like what I did, but um, I think it's still possible in California, especially because I've heard a lot of people finding recently a lot of crazy things. So I know recently there was like
Right.
I don't know if it's 3 or 8 gram. I think it's 8 gram gold coin that was found one of the rivers I go to, um, and then it was some really old coin. And then somebody there's been quite a lot of big nuggets found this summer in California. Most of them not recorded or shown, but I've seen online, especially on like Facebook and stuff. And then
I'm in a group of guys in text messaging.
and
Uh,
then mind about
Jeff's
asking
in
what's
there.
my favorite way to prospect. I'd probably say
Yeah,
sluicing or panning. I feel like I have a lot more control for panning. Um, and I just enjoy it. It's like, but
I don't know if I can be Aqua Dunk's donations. He's wooded right now.
that's good.
Any little bit helps, Faith, and any little bit's greatly appreciated. I'd be doing it if there was one or even one or two of you out there and you didn't throw this dog any bones. I'd still be doing it and I'd still be trying my best to have a great time with you all.
Yeah, that's the fun of it. Getting out there and just to be out in nature and get paid in gold. It's probably not a lot of people know about it. It just seems like for the price of gold, people can be out here finding quite a lot of it for having fun.
Yeah,
But
and the current gold price is over 4,000. Mr. Lodak, the world's greatest moderator. What is today's
yeah, I think
current
today
gold
is
price?
100 and or
I
four
think
thousand one
silver's like
hundred.
50 right now.
Yeah, last time I checked, like an hour ago, is 4,160 for the ounce, and then what is that, like 135 for the gram? But that's pretty great.
4,162. Thank
Yeah,
you,
went up
Mr.
$2.
Lodak. Yeah, it's some of the
Yeah,
boil holes I've been catching silver at 51.98.
yeah.
Nice.
People are saying it's
Gold.
good to get into silver too, but um, it just seems like it's a little bit harder to find.
It is. And just think the guys in the um oh gosh, up there in Nevada at the Comstock lode, uh
Yeah,
before they figured out it was silver, they were they were crabbing about it because it was mucking up their sluices, and then when they were looking for gold and stuff, till they finally had it essayed and it was extremely rich silver.
yeah. I saw their
Yeah,
videos. They do a lot of good stuff too. So um, it's pretty cool.
hey, Hobo Rob. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are, Andrew. Gold prices are going crazy at the moment. There's a very, for prospectors, of course, it's good, but
Yeah.
there's the downside to that too. But I don't want to get into that.
Yeah.
Now, what was your scariest moment out prospecting? Have you had a real scary moment out prospecting yet?
Yeah. I mean, it was
And if
probably this
so, what
summer.
was it?
Yeah. It's probably this summer. I was lifting a rock and there was a baby rattlesnake under there. As I lifted it, he tried to strike my hand, but he missed. And so I went back and I lifted the rock and like shoot him out of there because I was digging. And now that I think about it, I was digging probably for 3-4 hours with that rock right next to my foot. So yeah, he could have struck my foot anytime. I just realized that. I'm like, it only took me like 5-10 minutes to calm down. I was like, I gotta go find him and move him before he changes rocks. So, but yeah, it was. I hadn't seen a rattlesnake out while prospecting until that point. So, and actually, this summer I've seen two. There was another one. There was this big old crevice in the bedrock, and I looked down in there, and it was just laying curled up right where I was gonna dig. So.
Yeah, in your neck of the woods, you definitely want to look before you place your hand anywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Be careful where you step.
Yeah, I mean, I was probably
So no bear encounters yet.
no. I'm not too afraid of bears and mountain lions. I haven't seen too many of them, but I mean that's I'm sure they've seen me, but I most of them I assume just leave you alone. So, but
Cougars, you'll see signs, but you'll be lucky to see it. And if it wants you, it will attack from above. Don't run from
yeah,
it
exactly.
though. If it like chases you on a trail, don't run from it. Turn around and aim for the head.
Yeah,
The empty
I've seen a
pan.
lot of signs of bears, but not cougars. But a lot of times when I do prospects
Out in
solo,
Washington.
Mm-hmm. The snakes aren't dangerous, or they would have made them soft and cuddly. I guess so.
Right.
But no, one of the spots I was prospecting, there was a lot of bear poop last fall, but this summer I spent a lot of time over there, and I noticed there was no bear poop. So I think it's because I've been there so much, so they haven't really hung out there.
Yeah. Ohio Relic Hunter says cougars are very easy to spot. You can usually see the hated fingernails and wigs a mile. Missed you, Bill.
That's great.
Oh yeah, that's how it is when Bill's in the house, Andrew. And it's nice when you actually build a rapport with some of these people, like Andrew. He's been a guest a couple of times. Great guy. This guy here, Clodhopper Scott. He's one of us Yankees, but I don't know. He must like the crown and paying massive taxes and having no freedom of speech. He moved back to England. But
Yeah, yeah. I'm pretty new to gold, the gold prospecting community, but I definitely have met a few of these people or have seen them in my comments. I just um, don't know a lot of them in person. So yeah.
Now, how many people have gone up to you and say, before you went to Blue, how many nugget hunts have you been to?
Well, I went to the first one my first year, and that was when I had like less than 10,000 subscribers, I think. Um, and I mean, I've had quite a few people recognize me out on the river, but I've also had people recognize me when I was out eating breakfast. That happened once, and then once at a prospecting store. So,
Yeah,
but
it
most
will
time,
happen.
yeah. I mean, I see quite a few people out at the river, but most of the time I'm out there super early, so I miss most people.
Early bird gets the nugget, right?
Yeah, I usually hike in, like leave around 4 a.m. to get to the river 5:30, and hike out at that time, So I get the most out of my day for filming wise, but I'm usually off the river by 2 or 3. Oh, how you doing, Smith Gold? How are you?
Smith
But
Gold's a
yeah,
good gentleman.
yeah, he
It's
is.
really
I love his
fun to go
videos. They're pretty good.
play on the river with. Like I tell you, Misha, if this guy or Two Toes ever invites you to go with them, go.
Yeah,
Just for it. I don't care if you get skunked. I doubt it unless Gary finds it all.
yeah,
But just their company is well worth it. Believe
yeah.
me.
Like they say, you gotta dig in front of Gary, not behind him.
Right.
I'll see what he's doing.
Even he might find something you missed. I've
Oh,
seen it
that's well,
happen.
yeah. Well, he always finds a nugget at the nugget hunt, and there's a lot of people out there detecting, so it's always funny. So,
Right.
but
Pardon me, had to cough. Hey, Heath Doty, how you doing? Randy Scotty, Tony. Yeah, I've been wanting to get to the nugget hunt for a few years. Some of my friends from out here has been out there.
mhm.
Um, like JP Lonzamore and Brewers Prospecting. Then my friends from Washington and Oregon always go down. Otis Ferris, Damon from West Coast Gold Prospecting, and a whole bunch of guys. Hobo Rob.
Yeah, I met quite a few of those people out there at the nugget hunt. I just um, I know,
I,
yeah, more than
I knew this was going to come up, Misha, and I didn't even warn you.
do. So I
Do
do have
you
a
have
little.
any gold porn you can share?
Yes, so this is so far like all the pickers and little nuggets that I've collected. This is stuff I wouldn't sell. Obviously, I sell pay dirt, so 90% of my gold I sell, but um, it's only about like $1,500 worth of gold. So I haven't checked in a while, but
Now, where
Yeah.
can people find your pay dirt bag?
So I sell them all on my website.
On your
It's just,
website?
just myname.com. So, but yeah, I currently I haven't even had it in
Links
stock.
down in the description.
Yeah, it's always sold out. When
I
I'm
noticed that when I was snooping around.
Yeah. Well, even when I'm finding like 10 grams a week, as soon as I put it up, there's people that buy it all out. Like I have people that buy 10 pay dirts and just give them out and things like that. So it's really hard to keep in stock. And obviously I don't put a limit on that, but it's nice to know
you
that
need to get out there more, you know.
I know. I'll be out there 24/7.
Do you have a girlfriend? Does she go
Yeah.
with you if you do?
You mean when I go out?
Yeah.
No, I normally go out solo.
So you never drag her on the river with you whatsoever?
A couple of times, like the nugget hunt and whatnot, but I do a lot of like far hiking, so I usually hike like a mile or two, maybe 3 sometimes. So that's just in and then out. So it's a lot of hiking and then all the gear and stuff. So, but
what does Top Cat call his channel now? America? Something. Mr. Lodak, what does Top Cat calls his channel now? I forget. But his motto is hike farther, dig deeper.
yeah,
you know
I've
how
seen
it is. Better
I've seen a
gold's
couple
always
of
going to
vids.
be where it's harder to get to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's kind of where, like, what I focus on my channel is like digging in places people wouldn't dig and whatnot, and trying everywhere. I know, like back when I started, I used to dig in almost every part of the river until I found gold, and that's kind of how I figured out where the gold sits. That's what all my shorts were like. I'd like record a spot and be like, "Is there gold here?" and then explain where I'm digging, and that's kind of how I got good enough to find gold and get better at it. But
Right.
yeah,
It's you get better, and sometimes it's a good day, sometimes it's a bad day.
yeah. Well, normally
I
I'd say
I count every little speck though when it comes to getting skunky.
yeah, exactly. I mean, it's hard to get skunked in
Little
California
speck.
if you count it that way. There's almost gold in every pan, whether it's a micro poop or not. But very few places you
Yeah,
will find gold.
see what Gold Hunter 77 says. I can't believe
Yeah,
how
so
well Misha's been doing in boil holes. I always get skunked.
so I'd say the river I originally started doing boil hole videos at, no one has really prospected it, and it's not so popular for prospecting, and the hike down is pretty brutal. So all the boil holes are full of gold. For the ones that recently I've done that I find gold in, I'm usually 2 miles in, and most people don't bother with boil holes because there's just so much gold everywhere else. But yeah, I really like boil holes, especially if you understand how the river works and how it drops the gold there. It usually pays off. But I found 2 specimens in boil holes this summer, so definitely worth checking them out. But
I'm sure you would know, Bill. Describe a boil hole, please.
So a boil hole is like an part of bedrock where the river originally used to go over, and it would and swirl all the rocks and sand, and it carved out a big old hole. And people call them what, witches, cauldrons, and boil holes. Um, but basically, what happens after the river changes direction and it settles down with material. But a lot of times, why people don't like boil holes is if you are in the wrong one, a lot of times the gold gets ground up. If it's still in a really turbulent area, any gold that drops in a boil hole will get ground up pretty good. So usually it's smaller gold, unless you're in a boil hole that's off to a certain angle or a way it drops a lot of gold in it. But yeah, exactly.
Yes. And eventually they can become bigger and bigger. Hey, how you doing, Stacy? Good to see part of the Red Dirt Nation in the house. The Red Dirt Nation had a really good guest from years past on their show last night. Our friend from Bering Sea Gold, Steve Rydell, was on their show. I'm sure you could catch the replay on one of their channels. How has creating content for YouTube changed your experience as a prospector or adventurer? And first, before you answer that, do you still take your fishing pole with you?
I have been more recently, but not as much as I'd like to. You know, a lot of the places I worked, there's a lot of fish down there. I could see them when I'm diving down, but I haven't fished as much as I'd like to. I used to only fish, and for a while before I even started prospecting, I used to fish every single day, and I didn't even film any of that. But I'd be out after work fishing, and on my days off fishing. That's all I did. So then I found out that there's also gold.
Here's something for you, Misha. You're an experienced fisherman. Where do fish like to hang out?
Deeper pools and stuff. Yeah. At least that or move in water. I've noticed a lot of them are it depends on what fish. So the bass like to hang out in the warmer, deeper pools, and the trout are in all the moving water.
And they do like hanging out in drop zones also. I knew a fisherman up in Washington State, a real old Tar Heel guy, was a logger, a real woodsman, and quite an avid fisherman. And he was also a prospector, and he would sample pan wherever he caught a fish. And he highly recommended try panning wherever you catch a fish. But yeah.
Well, that's kind of where I dig in the river. Anywhere there's I kind of think of it as like a big old sluice box. So anywhere it kind of looks like a big old sluice box, usually you'll find a lot of gold in the river. And that's kind of where I found most of my gold this summer. I was probably doing like anywhere from like 2 to 5 grams a day, depending on the a lot of these videos haven't come out, but I did have a couple of 4 and 5 gram days digging in the river. So it probably won't be out for a while, but
yes, fish like hiding behind the. I was dredging a warm water stream here in Northwest Ohio. It's about 5 miles from me. And I work an old 1800s quarry hole in this particular upstream. You know, I use the bedrock to my advantage, and um, I found gold at this place for a long time. It was my where I found my biggest piece of Ohio Midwest glacial gold. But I used to dredge it a lot because it was convenient. But I wish I had a camera going, Jeff, because I was sitting by my nozzle looking back at my tailings of my dredge, and there were little fries swimming at the back of my dredge, and a bigger bass came in and ate one of them. Bam! And I just think that would have been great if I had it on film.
Yeah. I noticed that a lot whenever I'm sluicing. There's a lot of fish behind in the river, especially if you have like muddy material and whatnot. They really like that because there's a lot of worms and stuff in that material. So
Oh yeah, you're Brad. How you doing, Rocky Mountain prospector? Quite the crowd in here tonight. Good to see all of you.
yeah, but what was that question you were asking earlier about the filming?
How has creating content for YouTube changed your experience as a prospector or adventurer?
I'd say, I mean, for a lot of people, I get like a lot of comments saying that I shouldn't be filming, I should be digging. I'd find a lot more gold, but I enjoyed filming just as much as finding the gold, and the gold's just bonus for me. So it allows me to go out and do what I like, you know, and it's now basically my job. So I can go out, prospect, be out in nature, and since I'm always filming, I'm basically doing my job, you know. So I wouldn't be filming um, uh, without prospecting and vice versa. Like I wouldn't go out, and most of the time when I do prospect, I'm always filming. Not that all the videos make it onto my channel, but
we all hear that.
yeah. I mean, I always find gold, but it's just sometimes, you know, when you're filming and prospecting, you forget to film a lot of stuff and you find stuff and you're like, dang, I wish I filmed that. So that happens a
Right.
lot. I've gotten way better at it recently of recording a lot more since I got a new camera. But like when I used to have the GoPro, it just, I wouldn't be able to record everything. My batteries would die too fast. So
Right.
but now it takes longer to edit because I film way more stuff. But
Right. I hear that. And that goes into this question. How do you balance filming, editing, and still enjoying your experiences out in the wild?
so you mean like enjoying filming and prospecting, or enjoying it because I'm filming it? Just
Well, either or, because it both works out that way. But here, let's have you answer Bill's question. Has Misha had anyone hit his spots from the videos? It happens to all of us if we're not careful.
Yeah, I mean, for a lot of people they don't record as much as I do, and a lot of people, like, I'm newer to prospecting, so I'm prospecting a lot of areas where most people that are in the gold community know where I prospect. There's very few places I go that people don't know or haven't been, so it's just I try to prospect differently than other people and try to find gold where no one has found it. And so what happens is I'll figure out where there's gold that people missed, and I try to post like a month or 2 months later, but sometimes I'll post shorts that are right after I find something, and people will go back and try to clean out a spot. And it does happen quite a lot, but I do like to go out and prospect different areas, so it's not too much of a problem for me. There's always gold to find in California, but it really does suck when you have a lot of video planned in an area and you come back and someone has hit it. So
Yeah, it's you gotta be pretty careful here because public property is very rare where we're at. So, and even some people will, or it's like club leases and stuff, and
yeah,
or your
I
own
haven't had a chance to do
permission.
that.
It's a lot safer if it's your own permission, but if it's a club lease, oh my goodness.
Yeah, I've heard that like clubs and stuff and mining mining whatever you pay a month to go mine all the claims. I've heard you find less gold than public land. I don't know if that's the truth. I haven't had a chance to pay for a subscription to go out mining with anybody or mining on a claim or whatnot. Most time people invite me out, or I just go out in public areas. But yeah,
Do you own your own claim yet?
not it's not mine. It's my friend's claims, and I have permission to be on them. They're not my claims.
Okay.
Oh, actually, I mean, I, d- I guess I could say I do have two claims, but I haven't. I prospected them once in the last couple of weeks. I went out, but it's a subscriber of mine that gave them to me, so I haven't really had a chance to go out and film a lot on them and find out where the gold is yet. But
Okay.
so yeah.
Now, has your audience ever influenced the kind of content you create or the places you explore?
So what was that question?
Um, has your audience ever influenced the kind of content or
I see.
probably more of a place to explore?
You mean like mention a spot? A little bit, yeah, because a couple of my videos are out on my subscribers' properties and like their spots and whatnot. People have invited me out to go prospect in spots, but most of the stuff I prospect, I go out and just hike out there and do the research, make sure it's not claimed, and make sure it's public and all that, and then look at the way the river is and figure out where I want to dig, and then usually go out there, film a video where I dig in that area and figure out whether there's gold and whatnot. And usually those videos I do post even if there isn't a lot of gold. I do have quite a few where.
Now, are you the type like some I know? Will you post a video if you get skunked?
Yeah, I have posted a couple where I did get skunked, but it's also kind of hard to get skunked in California. You know, I find flower gold. So
Right.
you could technically say I didn't get skunked, but I have posted videos where I say, like, there's an older one where I was like, don't prospect here because there's no gold. You could go back and watch that one. And I was just not finding anything worth like calling, you know, like you found gold. There was obviously lots of flower gold and whatnot, but it's also really hard to not find gold in California. You'll find it in most areas. So
Right.
it's, I have So it's more about like I have videos where I found less gold and I chose to save them for later or post them for later and post one where I find more gold. But a lot of times those videos are also sitting in my vault in case I need content, like something happens. But yeah, I have quite a few videos I filmed that didn't make it out for the public yet.
Very right on. So you have a big archive that you've never got out. Plan on it. Let's take a short break, Misha, if you don't mind. If you need to use the restroom, everybody. I'm old. I'm an old man, so I need to. I've been drinking my coffee because you all know I run on it. So it'd be short, 2 minutes and 11 seconds.
For sure.
So don't go away. Misha and I will be right back, I hope. Right, Misha?
Yeah.
Okay. Body break.
Take a break, but don't go far. Gold fever's burning like a shooting star. Grab a snack, stretch it out. Still more stories to talk about. Shovels in the dirt, pickaxes high. Treasures waiting, reach for the sky. Tuesday night hangout live, don't go away. We'll be back real soon, there's more to say. Legends of gold, secrets untold. The hunt's not over, there's more to unfold. From lost mines to rivers wide, prospectors digging side by side. Old time stories, brand new finds. Gold and treasure, history shines. Shovels in the dirt, pickaxes high. Treasures waiting, reach for the sky. Tuesday night hangout live, don't go away. We'll be back real soon, there's more to say. Legends of gold, secrets untold. The hunt's not over, there's more to unfold.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you. I needed that. Brutal environment, huh, Kevin? My friend Heath Doty from New York, he prospects a lot in Vermont. All have one thing in common. I have to say, I liked your video on it. Oh, I can't find it. Heath, how far back was it? But there we go. Out of all the fluid bed sluices I have used, and made mountain gold trap, in my opinion, is the best. Might be a
Yeah,
little heavy, but that drawer, that recovery drawer, oh my God, I love it. I love it
yeah,
as much as my dream mat.
yeah. I like it just because
Um,
you can keep the sluice where it's at and then just remove it and not have to worry. Um,
right.
yeah, and most of the time, the my only like worry is there is big gold nuggets in California, and you'd have to just check for over the grate and behind the sluice. But
Yeah, you said you panned your tailings and you didn't find nothing in it, but your
yeah,
tailings are pretty loose. So the way my friend Joseph, the way metal on on the classifier of the fluid bed classifier, um, it might catch a decent nugget. Depends on the character of it, though. I'm sure.
hmm
Uh,
yeah. I'm sure if it's all gold or is very rough, it might get stuck. Or I just I have found quite a few specimens that are round, and I think it would catch them, but it could go a little bit over, depending if you have the water fast enough. Or specimens just seem to most of the ones I found seem to be in panning. I don't know if just because I happened to do a test pan when it was there or what, but very few I find in my sluice. So
you're right, Stacy. Nothing catches 100%. Everything will catch gold. Um, Almost everything will catch gold. And
yeah,
if they tell you it catches 100%, but
hmm
what are you saying, Randy, Scotty, Tony? Put my professional face back on. Mosh pit was cool. I'm calm now. Oh, okay. Short and sweet, Randy. Short and sweet. I did mail out a bunch of envelopes and stuff today. Something coming, even up in the Great White North. Uh, you'll be getting it before too long. Oh, and Faith, I am a subscriber of yours. I subscribed to your channel when your mother joined me on the show. Oh, look at you. Donkey catches 100%. You fib. You fib. Yes, way. Yes, yes.
yeah.
Thank
I've
you.
mostly used like Dream Mat. I really like their sluices, and I've never really had any problems with losing gold. But I do like trying other sluices and stuff. It's just if people send them to me, I'll try them. I just don't really go out of my way to buy a lot of sluices. So
I'm still waiting on this guy right here, Stacy.
hmm
He's part of the Red Dirt Nation. He's a miner from up in Montana. I'm waiting for him to send me one of his silicone mats. I'll
hmm
take one for my gold cube. But I use Dream Mat in about everything, everything.
yeah,
And every Open Line Tuesday, you can have a chance to win something from our friends at themat.com. Look at
hmm
this. I gotta give this a big heart. Thank you, Minor Ma.
So she said, "Do
Hey,
I take?"
Misha. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Oh, that's all right. So I don't take a metal detector really, just because I don't have one that I would like to take. I have a lot of cheaper ones, and most time there's just so much metal and stuff. I would be wasting my time digging all over the place. But mostly I stay to sluicing and digging. Eventually, I'd like a 2300 mine lab or something like that. But that's something I'm gonna have to save up for. Um,
Well,
but
the gold monster a really good machine for $1,000, you know. I have
yeah,
800, which I found some good gold with Jeff and with Smith's Golden Two Toes with my Equinox, but
mm,
I would have much rather had like free or I just don't have that kind of money to spend on a detector. I'd be homeless.
same. So I'm in the same boat. So I really don't have. And my thing is, I don't want to spend $1,000 on a gold monster when I really want a 2300. When that money could go towards a 2300, you know. Um, and it's just going to set me back to be able to purchase the one I really want. So I don't. Um, I have friends and stuff that have gold monsters that would let me borrow them if I really needed, but I'd like to own something before
Yeah.
I get far out and accidentally break it, you know, and set myself back. So, but
Yeah. Like what's that? A
uh,
SDS 2600.
I just know the MindLab 2300 is really good. That's the one. Everyone I've heard use it. Just they've never had any problems with it. Really.
SDC 2300.
Yeah. And we've taken it out to like properties and stuff, and my buddy has found quite a lot of small gold and gold pretty deep. And he had uh, his was a gold monster out there, and it just seemed to not be picking up like the other detectors, you know. Just different frequencies, and they seem to also. I don't know if that was happening too. Whether we weren't able to use the 2300 when the 1000 was around or not, but we just turned off all the 1000s and just used his 2300, and we did pretty well. Yeah,
I like
you
the
can get them for use.
2300 because of the way it packs up and it's totally waterproof.
Yeah,
Detector
and that's
too.
partly why I'd like it too. You know, it's one of those detectors you can
And
really
I believe Debbie said you couldn't with um, Debbie from Mine Lab.
mm-hmm.
We were talking about
Yeah.
it's a, I'm not a huge detectorist, but I don't think the 2300 is a pulse induction machine, and I don't think the Gold Monster's a pulse induction. I could be wrong though. So it could go deeper, but I know some who have the Gold Monster and it picks up really good small stuff too. Gold monsters were designed for small areas with difficult terrain. The Aussie would know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Uh-oh. My YouTube side kind of shut down on me. I'm there. We never quit, did we, anybody? Brad Welsh in the house, another Oz. The monster is a VLF. I thought so. And from what Debbie from Mind Lab said, like, say, here's your coil, with the pulse, a PI machine, you could use the edge. Like, you know how Gary got all those nuggets behind Dano at secret spot, where we hiked out with an ounce and a quarter of gold that day. With the pulse induction, you could use the coil like this, and it will still detect where a VLF you can't. It only detects under the coil and not from the sides. Hey, there's the star of the show. So, is your dog anything like Petey yet and can sniff out gold?
No, I think she tries, but she doesn't. Sniff out gold yet.
Yeah.
I have some videos where she's in my sluice and she really likes rocks. That's her favorite thing. So she like when we're out at the river, you'll throw a rock in the river and then a stick. She'll go after the rock. She won't even see the stick. So she is a rock hound.
She is a rock hound.
Yeah. Really
Aqua Donkey wants to know, what's your favorite gemstone?
That's kind of a hard one. I really do like all gemstones, but I do like going out and looking for like amethyst and quartz crystals. Those are two of my favorite things to go out and look for, other than gold. And I do have some videos planned where I'm going to go do some crystal hunting as well. We'll see how they do on the channel. She wants me to play. She keeps giving me.
Come play, Daddy. I have a gold sniffing domestic bobcat. That's cool, Stacy.
Yeah. I saw a video where somebody actually found bobcats, like baby bobcats. That was actually one of my buddies, which was pretty cool.
No, came across a little den with some bobcats in it, or were they out playing?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, if you have some questions you want to ask Misha, don't be shy. Throw them in chat. It helps if you tag me, and then it highlights my name and I see the question, or put a Q, a capital Q, so I see you have a question.
Thank you.
She is a cool looking pup. I like her eyes.
Yeah, she has a blue eye, and in her litter, she was like the only one with a blue eye. All the other ones had brown eyes. So, but I try to teach her to find gold, but she doesn't. She'll try to eat it.
Do the nugget brain challenge.
Yeah.
But they can be good. You gotta have a pup, like I say to the wife. The dog comes with me in the divorce. Oh.
Really?
Is crevicing better than sniping? I don't think either one's better than the other, in my opinion. It's close to a lot of the same, just one you're underwater and the other ones you're not.
Yeah, and I'd also say like during the winter you can't snipe, so crevicing is a lot more fun during the winter. And then during the summer you want to be in the river when it's extremely hot, especially for here.
Right.
But do I have a question? Not really. Not that I can think of right now. But
Minor Mile wants to know if you like fishing or gold mining more.
Well, I fish to relax and gold mine for work. So it just really depends, because I mostly like on my days off I'll go fishing. Prospecting is when I go out to film and work and make money, you know. So, but I do enjoy both a lot, and fishing has been a passion of mine since I was able to fish. So, but yeah, depends how cold the water is. Yeah.
Brad says, I think sniping is the best of both worlds. Sniping the crevices, and it don't get hot when sniping. Right. And Brad uses, what is it, the Blue Nemo? It's a battery-operated hookah system.
Yeah, I have one of those. I just haven't used it too much. I do have a battery-operated diving machine that a couple of my Patreons have bought me a lot of stuff for the channel, and which I really do appreciate. That was one of the things I was given, is a diving machine. I just haven't had. I was gonna film this summer, but I just got really busy with filming other things.
Now, my friend Jeff Brewer is here. Now, have you prospected? Since you started prospecting, coming from being a fisher, has it totally changed the way you look at a river or stream?
Oh yeah, definitely. I definitely before, when I used to fish, I didn't even know there was gold in most of the rivers I was prospecting. And I used to go hike an hour or two just to find a good fishing hole. And I was thinking I could have been also bringing a pan along. But now it's the vice versa. I could bring a fishing pole almost anywhere I go. So
right, you should, and pan wherever you catch a fish. That's your next project, or one of your next projects. I want to see a video on it, Misha. I don't know if Stacy was here when we brought this up at the beginning of the show, but could you share that with them again, whoever wasn't here then? What got you started in mining, Misha?
What got me started was stories and things. Coworkers were telling me that there's gold in areas around me, and I had watched like a couple of gold panning videos beforehand, but I didn't know it was in California. I didn't read the title or anything. I was like, oh, that's interesting. That looks like fun. And a couple of my stuff for my my fishing channels I was watching, it would recommend gold mining stuff, and so I went out and started prospecting and started finding gold in rivers around me. And so then I realized there's even more in Northern California, so I started prospecting a lot more in Northern California.
I would say you, Mary, because I haven't been fishing since I started getting my gold pans wet again since I came back here from Washington. So it's been a long time.
I haven't caught anything that big. I've probably caught like my biggest fish was maybe 8 pounds or something like that. But I also helped reel in almost a 200-pound tuna, but it wasn't something I hooked, you know. It was a charter, and I helped reel it in for about an hour, but it wasn't mine. So
Well,
it
that's
was fun.
salt water. Now, Mary,
Yeah,
were you talking fresh water or salt water? Oh, no worries. No worries. Fish and gold go hand in hand. Actually, here in Ohio, Mary, here in Ohio, the Buckeye chapter of the GPAA, my home chapter, we work really, really close with the Mohican Fly Fishermen Association. The Clear Fork here in Ohio is a very cool spring, very cold spring-fed clear river that they have very nice brown trout in. And actually, the best fishing is on our lease, from what the fishermen say. We and they want us to keep our dredge holes. Uh, they don't want us to reclaim our dredge holes, so we don't really. And that way, uh, the fish can get out of the current and get to colder water during the summer months and stuff.
yeah. I noticed like when I go out and dig a huge hole in the river, I'll come back and there's a bunch of like Sacramento uh, minnows and stuff in there, and all kinds of stuff. Creek chub, a lot of the smaller fish, they love those holes, and a lot of crayfish too. I've noticed that. Um, they definitely love the holes you guys make, and people that dredge. It really does help, you know.
500-pound grouper. That's like the one that almost ate Carlos Miner's. Scared him.
Yeah, I know. There's a couple of places. What age did you start prospecting? I mean, a year ago for me. So
And how young are you?
I'm 25.
Okay, I started prospecting shortly after I moved up to Washington. Probably about 31 is when I started prospecting. Like I said, I wish I would have started at your age, Misha, or younger. I mean, I wouldn't have wasted so much time at the beach surfing. I would have been going to the mountains.
Mm,
One of the biggest rushes in California was up in the San Bernardino Mountains in Ocum Valley, I believe it was. At least that's what the history books say, but you know who writes the history books, right?
mhm.
I hear you there. That's over half my life there, Stacy.
That's crazy.
Giving away my age now. Brad Welsh, I got the bug when I was 6-ish on a school excursion output to the Tulum Goldfields in northern New South Wales, Australia. Cool.
That's crazy. Yeah, I have a few friends that started prospecting when they were kids, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I agree with Minor Ma. That's definitely like, I think a lot of kids, if they knew how much money you could go out and find gold prospecting, you'd see a lot of more younger people out there prospecting. But it's just,
right.
yeah, it's just nobody really knows about the amount of gold you can go out and find. And when I was younger and fishing a lot, I would be out prospecting and fishing if I knew I could pay for my fishing stuff through gold prospecting. So that would be pretty cool. But
and it's a good time out in Mother Nature, you're out in creation, you're beautiful scenery, the sound of the river, and the flash in your pan is just the icing on the cake.
yeah, exactly.
We
So-
all agree with you, Minor Mon. I have my grandkids working on hard rock mining. They're not impressed.
You got them slaving
They
away.
enjoy placer mining a little bit more than hard rock mining, Stacy.
Yeah, I don't think
Unless
I'd
you
have fun either if I had to mine in a hole. It'd be a lot different.
Well, maybe if they see a
about
nice
work, yeah.
vein with a huge ribbon of gold through it, that might be different, but yeah, right, Andrew. They know about hard work.
Got him crushing the rock. That's crazy.
What a guy. What a guy. Now, if you could choose any other YouTuber you'd like to collaborate, who and where would it be?
I mean, that's kind of a hard question because I like to go a lot of different places. I like to go in either well, I'd really like to prospect Alaska, but there's not very many YouTubers up there. But I know both Australia and Canada have great gold, and there's some big gold there. So either Pioneer Polly, Dan Hurd. I know Dan Hurd probably knows a lot about prospecting. I'd learn a lot from him. So probably one of those two, But I'm just not into sniping as much as Pioneer Polly. I'd like to learn from him, but that's something I haven't given a lot of time to and tried a lot.
Yeah, it'd be cool hanging out with James Culver in Colorado, Megadog. But if I went to Colorado, I'd have to look up Jason and Robert and a few other prospectors too. There's this guy here, no gold in Alaska, Thomas says. No,
there's
no gold in Alaska. It's all on Thomas's claim.
That's what they say. There's also no gold in California.
No gold, California, Ohio, New York, Vermont, Utah. We can all say it, you Utah guys. No gold here.
I hear that a lot. Like when I'm out prospecting, and a lot of the hikers, they ask me what I'm doing. I'm like, either say looking for gold, and they're like, "You can find gold out here." I'm like, "Yeah." You get that a lot. You look crazy out there digging for big old holes, for gold, but they don't realize you can make quite a bit of money off of it, especially in California. Just not a lot of people are aware of the fact. And a lot of people don't keep up with the gold price, so they don't know what's happening. But
yeah, they think it's something from the 49ers days. Oh, they got all of it, where they got all the easy stuff, and that's with any sourdough anywhere in the world. They got the easy stuff. There's still a lot out there, and the earth is always changing. And David says, same for Maine. Move along, nothing to see here. I don't know, David. I've seen Brian Wilder's Main Gold, and I'm gonna get up there one day and find some. I don't know if it's be the same trip I go up and meet up with Heath and visit Vermont again, but Michael Anderson and I were talking today. With today's price, it might be worth it in Utah now.
Yeah, you got to think like back then what they were finding now would be people's month salary a day, you know, and it's
Well,
just
you
crazy.
think back then, gold an ounce was $20 roughly.
Mm-hmm.
When I found my big nugget, I told you about. Gold wasn't even $400. It was in '93. It was like $359 an ounce.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, I need to take a trip to California. You might just see me at the nugget hunt in July, Misha. I need to go there and see some people that will be there, but I don't know if I'll be there the whole weekend. I might
Yeah.
go out with some other guys.
Yeah, I went this summer, and then I think I'm planning on going next summer. I just have to make sure, you know.
Well, it's pretty much just for a day.
Yeah.
You know, you can camp at Union Flats and stuff, but or stay down the road a little in old Hangtown. It's Downeyville that's right down the road. So
Yeah, I'm not too far from the nugget hunt. It's only like an hour and 40 minute drive for me. So I know there's some people that were traveling from different states and all kinds of stuff.
oh yeah.
People from all
Jeff
over.
Brewer, who was in here, he lives in Virginia. He was there, and J.P. Lonzamore's from North Carolina. They were there. I want to. King Prospector and I are talking about it, my friend Chris Price.
Yeah, even if you don't find much gold, it's definitely a fun thing to go do and meet a lot of people. I'm sure you'll meet a lot of people that watch your channel.
I'd want to see this guy again. Just to hang out with him would be worth it. I would love to meet this gal right here. She was an absolutely fabulous guest. I've already met this guy before, but Brad's a really good guy too. This guy came from Australia to go to the nugget hunt. I wish I would have been able to make it that year. See, Brewer's like, I'm ready to go. It's a great time. I'm friends with Tim, and I haven't seen him. How long has it been? 4 years, Smith's Gold? 4 years since the last time I see you guys? But be careful of Tim on the river. He likes playing in the water in the raw, so gotta be careful how you walk up on that guy sometimes.
Yeah.
Minor Mouse says, I'd go tomorrow if you all were there. Brad's this guy right here. He was at the nugget hunt. I believe Brad was there. He's a great guy. I've had the pleasure of being with him on the river. Faith says, me too. 5 years ago? Holy crap. It's been way, way too long, Jeff. Way too long. Way, way, way too long.
That's
Um,
crazy.
man, my tablet just died. So now you're gonna have to look at the side of my head a little bit more than normal. I'm ready to get out with Todd and Bedrock Bennett. You and I both, Jeff, bro. You and I both. They're great to go detecting with. Seen more of Tim than you wanted to? Yeah, I've heard. Yeah, I can imagine.
Oh my god.
They should, Heath. They should. And see how their California skills work out here. They might be disappointed what we keep in our snuffer. I seen Gary throw back in the river. Yeah, I wish I could have made it down to the AU Bashiversary. I'm so swamped with work though, Brad. So we've talked about dream locations and film adventures. What keeps you motivated to keep exploring and sharing your adventures with others?
Well, mostly I want to be able to travel, you know, and so if I can make YouTube my full-time job, I'd be able to go out and travel all the states and stuff, and travel different countries and whatnot. It's just that's kind of why that's kind of why I'm mostly doing YouTube, you know. But yeah.
Yeah, it'd be nice. I think I'll concentrate a lot more on YouTube when I retire.
Yeah.
An old man's perspective. Brad, at 62, I still do some silly shit. We never grow up. Hey, I am just a little bit ahead of you, Brad, and I hear you.
You're having fun.
Two puppies. Now, does the one always go with you? She always go with
No,
you?
I rarely take them just because like all the places I go, there's just the ground's too steep, and she just wants to swim all the time, you know. And so she really doesn't go out with me very often, very rarely. So I don't always get to take them out. But I think this one has to go outside, so I might need to let her out real quick.
Good night, Jeff. Thanks for hopping in. Kutos, if you're lurking, thanks for lurking, buddy. I need to call him and ask him if he got his studio finished. He told me he'd come on a show as a guest when he finishes studio. I have to make it's harp on him a little. Can learn a lot from those two right there. Careless Whispers, how you doing, girl? You and Aaron's been doing really good in Pennsylvania. I wish I lived closer to the lake, too. Hurry back, Andrew. Back shortly. Got a bunny up trying to chew and tear what off your vehicle? Those- I don't know. Those Aussies are hard to understand sometimes.
That's funny.
Brad says she's swimming all the time because she knows that there is gold in that water. Get in and get that gold, or make like Brad H, and suck the bottom out of that creek.
Yeah, she really likes the water.
Yeah, YouTube been doing really well, Careless. You go for it. I wish I could get out as much as you guys been. There was a time when I would, but being old sucks sometimes. Ah, okay, I get you.
All right. Well, I might have to go. I gotta let these dogs out and stuff. So,
Well, I totally understand, Misha. I appreciate you coming on. I know you were busy when we talked about it, what, a year ago or so.
yeah.
I appreciated you getting back with my emails and being upfront,
Hmm.
and I appreciate you hopping on and joining me tonight. It was a
Hmm.
pleasure. Hope I see you around in our live chat sometime. I do
Definitely.
have open line Tuesdays, the first Tuesday of the month this year. So if you ever want to hop on and give an update, you're more than welcome. It's
Yeah,
like
definitely.
pulling teeth to get people to come up and be be on the panel sometimes. But
Hmm.
yeah, take your dogs out before they end up doing something on the floor. I don't want them to get in trouble.
Yeah,
Uh,
definitely.
so
All right. Well,
all
thank
you
you
have
for.
to do is hit that leave button, leave studio button on the far right
Mhm.
on the bottom. It's red, and be all good. And
Mhm.
again, thank you very much, Misha.
All right. Sound good.
Everyone saying good night, Misha. I think he just canceled his camera. There he goes. Now I better make me large. Ooh. Oh, see, I had my tablet here and it died. It died. I need to charge it. That's my work tablet. It was charged full the other night. Oh, why gold? How you doing? Thank you, Rob. Thank you. Show's not really over yet. Let me see if my camera will change without being weird. I think maybe it will do it this time. That way I could look straight at you and be able to type too, because I don't think it's gonna do it. So got to do it from the side. Getting a dredge. Woohoo! Yep, there he went. Thank you, John. I kind of miss my green screen and having everything right in front of me. I need another monitor here. I'll figure something out. But I got a camera right here that it's not letting me bounce to, and I don't know why it's not letting it. Sometimes it does not letting me, and so it is what it is, right? Camera one, camera two. Right, right. Welcome back. Oh, a bunny hip is equivalent to a Sasquatch or Bigfoot? I thought maybe it was like a drop bear or something. It's an Aboriginal word. Ah, see those squatches are all over the world. Don't get one under 4 inch, not too big, not too small, and get a hookah. Yeah, definitely. Yes, get a 4 inch. King makes a really good dredge. Proline makes a really good dredge. But my favorite dredge I've had was made by Alan Trees when he had American Gold Dredge, then Dredge Warehouse. The Gold Grabber dredge has a flare sluice on it. It's it's kind of the size of like a mini, the King Mini 4 inch. Nice dredge, nice dredge. If I could afford it, I'd get it. And if I want to, I need to pay off my truck and travel trailer before I can think about getting any kind of dredge on credit. My accountant would kill me. Kill me. All right, let me see. What do we have coming up next week? Don't go away. I do have a sticker pack to give away for the end of stream giveaway. But next week, we have our friend John of Wrench Repair and Prospecting joining me. I'll be getting the thumbnail and all that ready here probably before Sunday and have it posted. I'm still, like I told you, the first show of the season during this vacation with my job and my commute and me just enjoying kind of my time away from thinking about the live broadcast and stuff and getting my head right. The year before doing archive flashbacks, I was booked 3 months in advance before my first show for year 7. Uh, I still need to get November all booked up and getting into December and get back to my cushion because it keeps going. But you don't have to say anything special. You just have to be here to win. I'm going to get it up. There's 14 of you chit-chatting away, or there was. No, don't want that tab. I want this tab here. Share my screen. Giveaway tool. All right, sounds good, John. Um, you have a minute to claim it. You must be here to win. Just to be fair to everybody who may be in. Ready to roll? Let's go. No, but I've been wanting to send him an email or a message on Facebook, Minor Ma. So Bigfoot mining, Matt? Is that Matt from Utah or a different Bigfoot mining? All right, John. This will be the card you get in the mail right there. I might write something on it. Since I've met you, I probably will, even if I didn't. But you get some nostalgic collector's items, Tuesday Night Hangout Live sticker. You get a 6-year with Toledo Jason die. You get the new 8-year Tuesday Night Hangout Live sticker. You get a 7-year Tuesday Night Hangout Live sticker. I have a surplus, so I have to get rid of them, you know. Then you have 3 different sizes channel stickers. There's the big one there and the medium one there. And there's the little guy right there. Right there. And you have one from our friend Megadog555. I really like that dog. And because it's you, John, I'm going to send you one of the first 7, the seventh wooden channel wooden nickel with the flash bam hand on one side and one of my newer channel logos on the other side. I'm going to throw that in there just because I can. Right? Right? Just because I can. You're more than welcome, John. You're more than welcome. And thank you, Megadog, for the stickers. I like them. And if any of you weren't here, you should see what Megadog got me. Well, he got me that, he got me that, he got me that. But this is what he last got me. And this right here, I got from Brad Welsh. He found those in the river. They're a bunch of Aussie pennies, kappas. So look at that. Ain't that a beauty? One day I'll find one, but Megadog talked to me about, or heard me talk about a megalodon tooth, and poof, It came in the mail. Love you, brother. Awesome. My email, it's really easy. It's flashingyourpan@gmail.com. Send me your mailing address, and I might have to mail it from the town I'm working in. John, because I have to pay a little more than just a stamp for those with the wooden nickel in. It's unmachinable, so I'd rather take those to the post office. Or I could try it and see if they take it and see if you get it from my mailbox. But I'll get it out to you as soon as I can. And I just mailed out a bunch. David Villa, yours went out today. Several people's went out today. So flashingyourpan@gmail.com right there. So very good. Thank you, sir. Good night, Hobo Rob. Thank you very much for hanging out. And definitely next time I'm out west, you'll know. Otis, Damon, a lot of you will know. But I do want to get out there next week. Looks like there's going to be an after party at Gold Prospectors Space.com, where a bunch of my friends hang out and have watch parties of all bunch of cool different shows. Also the home of Prospectors Radio. You can catch them here on YouTube or at prospectorsdream.com every Sunday night at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, Eastern Daylight Time, whatever. Eastern Time, 7:30. Here on YouTube at Prospectors Radio or over at goldprospectorspace.com. On that note, everybody, I think I'm going to cheers, Megadog. Love all of you, brothers and sisters. Thanks for being part of the Flash fam. Thank you to all of the super chatters tonight. Faith and Minor Ma, Aqua Donkey, and CM Prospecting 1998. Thank you for becoming a member last week. I greatly appreciate it. And till next time, may you always have a flash in your pan. And you know what I like to say, because it does happen. Maybe one day too, I'll meet you on the river. I got to work on this because things aren't the way they were. Not that I'm afraid of change, but you know, but this very second, I'm out of here.
Tuesday Night Hangout Live. We've had our fun. The battery was strong, the night's been won. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you soon. Tuesday Night Hangout Live is for all of you. Flash fan forever. We'll keep the vibe. Catch us next time. Let's keep
Night
it
comes
live.
real close. We're feeling great. Flash fam is together. Whenever it feels just right, the wonderful guests, good times, and so much fun. Tuesday Night Hangout Live will return very soon. Thank you for joining us. It's been a fantastic time. Camaraderie is strong, and we're built to last. Time next time, we look forward to seeing you again. Tuesday Night Hangout Live will be back soon. Give us a like. Don't say goodbye. Just see you later. Flash fam forever. Until we meet again.